Jesus Christ be praised.
This is sharp enough as it is. No need to sharpen this. Quick! Whoa! I got the evidence against...
Really?
Here. His hand...
There are names, amounts paid, mines, smelting works, yields. I'll be damned. This is perfect, Henry. This could wipe him out for good. Where did you find this?
Vavak had a secret mint where coins were minted from the silver they stole.
He obviously had it all worked out to the last detail. Did you have any trouble getting...
The owner of the smelting works, Buresh, tried to stop me.
What deal?
I'd rather...
A man of many... Be it as it may, I'll get in touch with Buresh and have a talk with him. There's one more thing. Was there anyone else in that...
There were some coiners.
Jesus Christ.
Vavak locked them up there to work.
My God. He really is an...
I did, but it took some persuading.
Thank God for that. When you talked to them, did you see a coin die anywhere?
They gave it to me quite...
I'm curious.
Here.
What the... That means all the groschen minted from the silver stolen by Vavak. In any case, we uncovered something big. It's just a shame we don't know for sure how Master Buresh was involved in the whole thing.
Well, the books will have to suffice.
I hope so. But be that as it may, I've been thinking it all over while you were... The scheme Master Ulrich Vavak von Neuhaus has been running under our nose is incredibly insolent. But it's also one of the cleverest fraudulent schemes I've ever... With those books in Retard's hands, Vavak won't remain long in his post, and it's now pretty clear who will replace him. And a side income like that could prove to many people.
I'm listening.
I knew you'd understand. Everything would stay the same. Entering false figures in the books, processing the ore in the works, only there would be a I'll have to find replacements for Fett and Hammond in the mines. But that shouldn't be. A miner jumps at coin like a dog at a bone.
What happened to Herman and Fett?
Not long after you left, Herman disappeared. They saw him on the road to Grunt, and they found Fett on the spoil tip with a broken neck.
You think it's related?
Who knows? Maybe Herman told someone you were snooping around and that Fett talked. Things like that can get you killed.
Shit.
They're both gone, and now I have to deal with it. I'll have to arrange a deal with Master Burash. But knowing him, he won't be opposed to a reasonable agreement. And I'll take care of the coiners myself. Nothing really changes for you. You can blackmail Vavak all you want, but keep your tongue tied about I've got a little something here for you. And I'll give you something extra for the genuine coin die. All you have to do is nod.
Doesn't that mean you'll be stealing from...
Do me a favor. Rutard will want to be in on it.
How can you be so sure?
If there's one thing I've learnt about silver, it's that it's got one special property. It never stinks. It surely doesn't smell bad to you either, eh?
I just want to say, my lord,
I'm not interested in your motives, Henry. I don't know what you and Rutard agreed on. You've heard my offer.
It's too great a risk, if you ask me.
If we learn from Vavak's and Baresh's mistakes... Well? Excellent. But don't forget, you can blackmail Vavak with the evidence all you want, but leave the Path of Silver. Here's your secret records and copies of the books from the mines and the smelting works.
Thank you.
No, thank you. It was a pleasure working with you, Henry. I wish you the best of luck. Maybe, and give my regards to Sir Kunsling. It'll be a great weight off his chest.
Good dog,
Beautiful.
Matt.
How did you find
Show
it?
me.
It doesn't matter. You're not leaving this place alive.
Calm down!
Fuck you!
I surrender!
And your surrender!
Mercy!
No yielding!
I surrender!
You piece of shit! Curva, how did you find it? It doesn't matter. You're not leaving this place alive. Take that!
What's that you got?
Go!
Whoa, whoa.
quick.
Easy. Easy. Nice and slow. Whoa!
How can I help? Sure. I'd like to. Well. Fine. I was glad to be of help to you. Good sir.
Would you... What do you have?
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Give all your property to your local church.
Pots for sale. Big, strong pots. Pots here. Twice fired.
I apologise.
Good day to you.
I'll have a look. Let's talk about the...
Well, you, sir. And come again.
I'll have... I'd like to do something.
Fine.
Besten Produkte auf dem Markt. Gute Preise. Kommt. Da. Kommt.
Whoa!
best trader these days.
I'm happy to hear it. What would you like? Word about... Aye.
What do you have?
Word about... Wow. Aye.
Show me your... I'd like to do something...
Wow. Aye. My young apprentice.
My, my.
Finest wares. Quality goods.
Oh,
The
from the
finest
finest
wares.
leather. Buy 2 pots. I've got... Lots.
What are you here?
Would you...
Thank you.
Ornate pouches.
Runneth market from Cashel.
Greetings.
What do you... Let's talk about...
Ah, you found.
What you were looking for.
Sure. I'd like to do...
Aye.
Had to be of
Juicy pears! Do remember the promise we made, don't you?
It was one mass. I hardly reckon I'll face damnation for that.
You promised that if we can't be together here on Earth, we'd be together
Come and
on
take your pick.
death.
I'm telling you, it was just one mass.
You silly doggy.
What will it be? What do you... Word about the... Well... Aye.
Come again.
And donate some money to the
Tools!
church.
Iron
We've
tools!
got it. I'll end up in the kingdom of heaven by myself and on the shelf.
All right, I will, but I can't...
Please, big and small, finest wares, quality goods, plain embroidery, ribbons of all colours.
What about my marriage vows? Good sort.
Good day. What do you...
Show me you...
I'm glad you found what you needed, sir. Christ, pardon me. Good day to you.
What do you have? Let's talk about...
Fine. Of service, sir.
Apparently, the city council is organizing another collection for repairs. Good people.
Whoa! Whoa! The Lord Jesus Christ.
Forever and ever.
I'm Henry. I've got... Take me to him.
Ah, Henry. Yes, yes. I'll let you in. Shemek will take you to the Lord. I hope he'll find the time. You're not the first to come to it.
Well, we're here, but you'll have to wait a while. As you can see, Lord Ruthard has an important visitor, and it seems they haven't finished yet.
I understand.
And what now, Martin? Did you speak to Jerome Naz? Will he support us?
He won't. He lent a lot of coin to Sigismund, and now he's...
Sakra!
He's scared. As soon as he does anything to upset him, Sigismund will denounce him.
Damn it! There's always counting groschen not left room for a grain of...
Jerome is a vain man. He was boasting that he'll be in charge of...
But you've been to see other councillors too, haven't you? Have you any good news from anyone?
Unfortunately not. Some of them are beholding to Sigismund for their office, and some are worried about ending...
Christ above! That's exactly what's...
Divide et impera. God.
You are absolute, especially when everyone can see your problems. I've heard that Mint Master Vavak...
The devil take that bastard!
Gentlemen, and my lady, sorry to interrupt, but I have some new tidings about our Mint Master. I've heard about his crimes against the Crown, and it's no trivial pilfering.
Are you sure the accusations are true?
I've got proof of everything.
Ha! God bless you.
It seems that this young man came to brighten my day. Who do I have the honor of addressing?
Martin, this is Henry, our ally from Liechtenstein. Henry, this is Sir Martin Oderin, Lord of Rabosh, a loyal supporter of King Wenceslas, as no doubt you've already deduced.
Sir, my friend Godwin gave me a ring for you.
Godwin? Really? Well, you choose peculiar friends.
I'm not sure what you mean, sir.
Godwin shouldn't be giving away what isn't his. But I'll help you if need be, although not on account of that ring.
Sir Gunslin!
Shemek? What's going on?
Mint Master Vavak is heading here with an armed cohort.
Right now?
Let him come. He'll be surprised what I've got on him.
Henry's right. If he helps us again like last time...
I agree. Let Shemek place a gunner on the upper floor and a crossbowman on the stairs. Then gather whoever you can find and join us in the...
Certainly, right away.
Henry, we're counting mainly...
100 at least.
I'll help you into your armor.
But quickly! And then go to your chambers and lock yourself in.
What?
No. So go to your room. If something were to happen to me...
I love you, Papa. God Almighty.
Greetings, Sir Ruthard. Your gate was open, so I took the opportunity for a little visit.
No gate is closed to you, is it? The gates of hell are especially looking forward to your visit. But you're more than well aware of that, eh? Since you don't dare leave home without a horde of men-at-arms.
My men aren't here to protect me, but to enable me to keep order when needed. And today, I got the feeling that order is just what's needed. Or do you disagree, sir?
Weigh your words, sir. One might take them as threats. And be assured, we're very well prepared today for...
Threats? A warning, more like. Lord Ruthard, I'm offering you one last chance to surrender your mining rights to me. If we agree, if not, the king will hear of the serpent you nurse in your bosom.
Enough! Do you think you can insult me in my own home? That can easily change when the king learns of the serpent you are nursing in your bosom, to cite your own words, sir. Only, considering what I know, you might lose a...
How dare you?
Henry, kindly inform the Royal Mintmaster.
The word is you're conspiring with Buresh of Krakowitz and Foreman Fett, sir, to falsify the mining records together. In other words, you're stealing the royal silver. And what's more, taking it to a secret mint where you forge your own coin with the royal stamp. And that's a capital crime. What do you suppose Sigismund might do when he finds out his own mintmaster is robbing him? Especially when he's desperate for every last groschen.
I'd say this somewhat alters the perspective, sir. So from now on, you will leave me and my family be. Ha! Or your king will hear of your shenanigans.
Exactly. We'll see to that. Mark my words.
Are you trying to threaten the royal... and with nothing but common...
Well, we've not had much time for that.
I know about your account ledgers and the ones from Buresh. The real ones. That prove how you carried out this fraud.
You've made up those books.
Of course not. We've got copies here.
Exactly. And if anything happens to us, they'll see to it that King Sigismund and the town council will hear all about Hermes Trismegistos Silvers.
So, do you want to chance your...
Captain.
Sir.
This matter is an internal affair of the Crown and my office. I'll resolve it here with these gentlemen in private.
Are you sure, sir?
Yes, damn it! Do what I say! Wait for me by the gate.
Let us step inside. Let's give the Mintmaster...
Gentlemen, I expect you'll keep this entire matter to yourselves. And I expect you'll be wanting something in return.
The executioner is far from here, so I'll be standing in for him today. God knows what kind of man you are. May God have mercy on my soul.
What? You can't just cut down the Royal Mintmaster? Wait! We got off on the wrong foot!
I'll give you the wrong foot. Right up your ass.
You're right. I underestimated you. I made a mistake.
You certainly did, sir. A big mistake.
The only question is, how much your mistake is going to cost you.
Don't do anything rash, Kunslin. I understand your...
That's true. Intelligent people can always reach an agreement that benefits everyone, and...
You're right. I'm more than angry. Swear you leave me and my family in peace, and our mining rights will remain untouched.
You have my word. I swear it.
Good. You know what awaits you otherwise. If Martin believes you can be of use to us, I'll leave it to him.
Right. You said intelligent people can come to an agreement.
Spy on the king? You can't ask that of me.
It doesn't sound like you want to come to an agreement.
You can't.
We can, and we will.
This is nothing compared to the punishment you're facing for what you've done. Either you agree to this, or Sigismund learns all about it. Then you'd have to run damn far to avoid the chopping block.
Henry's right, so don't even think about double-crossing us. You've a lot more to lose than we do.
And don't forget about your oath.
I understand. All right, I'll do as you ask.
Excellent. And now get out of my house.
Of course.
I'll take my leave too, Kunslin. I've still got some affairs to deal with today. At least I can see our Mintmaster out. I'm sure he'll be delighted to tell me many interesting things.
God go with you, Martin. I hope we'll soon meet again in more pleasant circumstances. Ha ha! Now that was a good one. The mighty Mintmaster strode in like a lion, and then crawled out like a whipped dog. Oof. I can breathe a lot easier now we've got rid of that bastard. At any rate, Henry, I'll take those incriminating books. I'll hide them in a safe place, just in case he gets any ideas.
Good idea, sir.
Thanks, Henry. You did a fine job, and I'll never forget your help.
Well, you can return the favor right away, sir.
I did. There's a secret passage leading out of Malashov, and you could avail of it in the opposite direction.
A secret passage? That's a godsend. Von Burgov won't have an inkling.
He won't. We didn't even know about it ourselves for a long time, until Rosa discovered it in the fortress one day. She can best explain to you how. She should be in a room. It's up the stairs. You'll see the door on your left.
All right, I'll ask her.
Don't thank me yet. The worst of it is still ahead of you.
Nobody will be expecting me. The passageway is an advantage that works on my side. Besides, I've got my spy coat on, which makes me hard to spot. I can deal with any locks, and if I come across anyone, I'll take him out without a sound or a trace.
Well, it looks like you know what you're doing, and that you've done it before. I'll pray for your success.
What do you mean in more?
Isn't it obvious? We've been sitting with our arms folded until now. We look helpless, and it's difficult to find out. But if you liberate Lord Capon, right from under the word will spread like wildfire throughout the land, and von Burgov will look like a fool, and he'll lose a strong advantage in parleying. That would help convince some of those who are hesitant about joining us in the fight against Sigismund and the Praguers.
You're right. I hadn't thought of the other consequences. And I reckon even Jobst hasn't realised. Thanks again. As soon as I speak to Rosa, I'll head out right away. I'll get Lord Capon out of Malashov if it's the last thing I do.
You've no lack of courage, son. But you shouldn't count on that alone. Be careful. And good luck. I'll at least look at the books you brought. I'm very curious about what there is on...
I wish you a pleasant read. There's more than...
So, let's see what you've been cooking up, Vavak. I won't leave a stone unturned. And you'll be trembling to the end of your days that we'll pass this on to the king. And then you'll be sent to the demons of hell for this and your other sins, you whoreson.
Your father sent me.
So I can tell you how to get to our fortress. A task for the lowest lackey, wouldn't you say? Well, you don't need to answer that.
Right, yeah. That's exactly why he sent me. But how...
What are you staring at? Do you think I was born yesterday? I was listening to you from the top of the stairs. So, this passage, it leads to the cellars, but the outside entrance is hidden underground in a forest, not far from the castle. You can find the exact place if you know where and how to look.
Is it in a cave hidden behind a waterfall?
Well, no. But it would be nice. Listen, nearby Malashov is a stud farm managed by Hashtal, an old friend of Papa's. We had a wayside shrine set up at the crossroads before the stud farm.
A wayside shrine? How do you mean?
Are you a Christian at all? Never mind. It's a big white column. You can't miss it. From the shrine, you should be able to see a group of boulders. Beyond them are the remains of an old chapel. You have to find it, and then there's a kind of... how can I describe it? A window. A gap you can look through.
If it's still standing.
I hope so too. Anyway, it should direct you towards some ruins. Go there, and now pay attention. Somewhere in those ruins is a stone cross. You have to find it and look where its top points to. If you go the way the cross is pointing, you'll find another one, and again, follow the direct... That should lead you to a small clearing. You dig there, and you should get...
That's a really cunning solution. No random fool would ever find it.
That was exactly my intention when I thought it up. Thanks, Henry. I think you're no fool, so you And that's not all. Getting into the castle is the easy part. Don't forget, you have to get out too.
You're right. Horses will be needed. For me and for Capon.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Fortunately, I know how to arrange that. Stop off at the stud farm I told you about, and ask Hashtal for horses.
Where's the cash?
No catch. On the contrary, please tell Hashtal that Papa is still paying for masses for his dead father, as agreed years ago. And even if he's not too keen, tell him we'll pay him for the horses.
You got it well figured out.
You've done plenty to help, and now it's our turn. You know, you might not be aware of it, but you saved us from a mountain of trouble. Papa would never admit it, but alone, we wouldn't be able to resist the Mint Master for long. You've earned the right to the gratitude and friendship of our...
Would you like to come with me?
Would you seriously want me there? What if something were to go wrong?
Well, you wouldn't be a burden to me. Quite the opposite.
Thank you, but I can't go nevertheless. That's why I would like to ask, but you mustn't breathe a word of it to anyone. Understand?
I'm listening.
I wanted to ask you, since you're going to be at Malashov...
And what might that be?
A book. It has great value to me, and I was starting to... But if you're going...
And what book is this that's so important?
It's hard to explain to someone uninitiated in the mysteries of writing.
What do you mean, uninitiated? I happen to know how to read.
Really? Mea culpa. You are full of surprises. So if you do find the book, you'll be able to read it.
Well, yeah. That's the way it goes with books.
In that case, I'm not going to make it easy for you. If you'd like to know why it's so important to me, you'll have to find it first.
Fear not, my lady. I'll gladly tear the entire fortress apart to find that book for you.
Restraint, valiant knight. I value your determination, but this way would give yourself away immediately, and I'd remain without my book. Find it nice and quietly.
Your wish is my command.
It shouldn't be hard. The book is bound in scarlet leather and inlaid with gold. You won't find many like such there. And take this, so you don't get lost in the fortress.
Thank you.
It is quite possible you won't get back to Malashov again. So don't forget about me. And Henry, be careful.
I've heard that name somewhere.
How did you become a knight?
I paid for it. When Malashov was vacated, I bought that fortress. Then it was entered into the land register as my property. There were still some legal requirements surrounding it, but personally, I'm pleased that in the history of our house, it was me who managed...
You can simply buy a title?
Definitely not just like that. It's not at all such an unusual practice among rich burghers nowadays. In Prague, for example, there used to be the Rokitsan burgher family, and they bought Okorsh. That's a castle 3 times bigger than Malashov. It may also happen that some commoner lends the king a lot of money, and the king doesn't have the coin to pay back the debt. So here is... Nevertheless, the old nobility, such as Vavak von Hradec, don't like it, and they despise us for it. They see us as upstarts without a proper ancient origin. But I think in a few generations, if I ever marry Rosa off, that is, it won't make any difference anymore. We'll be established among the nobility, and all these injustices. I pray that my house will endure, and that my descendants...
Well, enjoy your well-deserved spurs. What's the political situation in the city?
All in all, Bailiff Plymel is also on Sigismund's side, as is his son, who's so corrupt even Vavak. And I tested the waters among the councillors, but...
Who sits on the city?
Wenceslaus Forsucher, Jerome Naz, Franz Rosenthal. They're from the old and rich burgher families. Martin tried to negotiate some support from them, but, as you may have heard, they either have their... or they just...
But they don't sit alone.
They don't. Then there are the representatives of the guilds. But to be honest, they don't have that much power. At least not for... compared to the old houses. So they probably... But you're right. The thing is...
And what about Vavak?
He does. Along with... And they'll do what he tells them. Except maybe Friedrich Kummel. But that doesn't matter. Vavak is a slimy bastard who'll sink us as soon as he gets the chance. Because as soon as he learns something he could exchange for a pardon from Sigismund for the...
Thank you for filling me in on...
Well...
And what about the church? You can see Sedlet's monastery from the city.
He does. First of all, the abbot is burning through his property. The monastery's having financial difficulties, and all... And who do you think is buying them up? The Kuttenberg burghers, first and foremost. Then there's a long-standing dispute over the manning of some churches, which goes back as far as I can...
Well, then how about promising the abbot support and getting him on our side?
Ha ha! But we hesitated with the abbot, and he decided to throw in his lot with Sigismund.
It's not like he had a lot of choice.
Oh, he did. A lot is permitted by the law.
Sigismund has a whole army behind him.
Do you think Sigismund would attack a monastery? All he'd get from it would be a pile of old bones. No, Sigismund doesn't need the abbot. But the abbot needs him.
I'm glad they outnumbered it.
If the worst came to the... But otherwise, after all...
If I may be so bold.
Not long ago. Back then, I saw things differently than I do today. I feared, but I was in... We quarreled a lot. In the end, he wanted to prove, and that we'd... When an opportunity... with you.
I'm always glad to see polite people. That's enough. You have no right to touch that. Surrender, now! Good to see you.
Ah, damn!
Christ, what now? What's that nice smell?
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Greetings.